I have only hit him once. Only once in my whole life. One day, he was playing with the electricity. And he had something in his hand, and he was about to put something in his into the electricity. Quickly, I went to his hand. Hatir yabni. It's dangerous. And after that day, anytime I said to him, Hatira, his face looked like this at me. Maybe he's going to get a smack. My daughter, I never ever hit her. Ever. But one day she cried. She cried and cried and cried and cried and cried. And my son, Omar, he said to my daughter, Noor, oh, what's the matter with you? He said, Daddy looked at me. Daddy looked at me. Why? Because she knew when I looked at her, I was angry. I never ever told her off. Why? Because she loves me and I love her. But the love for the father is different to any other love. Now when you have this love for Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, more than your father, you will have adab. My daughter, she never ever upsets me. She never does anything wrong. Why? Because she loves me. But her iman will not be complete until this love for Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is more. That's why it's so connected to iman. Min walidihi wa waladihi. Why do I love my daughter? Because she's my daughter. She's my daughter. I only have one daughter. And if anything happens to my daughter, I don't know what will happen to me. I think I will die. If my daughter is hurt, I don't know what will happen to me. This love for your daughter, your son, unless you have this love for Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, your iman is not complete. Sayyidina Bilal radiallahu anhu, when Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam passed away, his life, he said, is finished. There is no more life. His life changed. He didn't speak. He didn't eat. He didn't talk. He didn't visit anybody. Abu Bakr as-Siddiq saw his state. And he thought, how can I make him better? Maybe if I send him away to Damascus, to Syria, maybe he'll get better. He'll forget Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Did he forget Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? No. He did what he was told. He went to Syria. And when he came back, Abu Bakr as-Siddiq said to him, Ya Bilal, أذن لنا يا مؤذن الرسول. Call the adhan, Ya Bilal. And he said, no, I can't. Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, Khalifat al-Rasul. He's telling Abu Bakr to call the adhan. He said, I can't do it. Why? Because he loved Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam so much, even the adhan was not the same, because he lost the one he loved. And then Umar ibn Khattab said, Ya Bilal, adhin lana, call the adhan for us. What did Bilal say? No, he can't. And then Sayyidina Hussein, Habib Rasul, he came, Ya Bilal, Ya Ammi Bilal, oh Bilal, call us to the prayer. Like you used to do fi ayyam Rasulullah, as you used to do in the time of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And out of love for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he called the adhan. And he got as far as Allahu Akbar, and the whole city began to cry. The whole of Medina began to cry. Why? Because of their love for Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And he didn't finish the adhan. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, and he finished. No more could he call the adhan. This is the love of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And until we have this love, more than your father, so he becomes, you hear Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Khalas, this is all. He walked here, Khalas, I walk like this. He walked like this, he did this, Khalas, this is how I do it. He ate this melon. One of the awliya, he wouldn't eat melon. Why? Because he didn't know how Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam ate the melon. He didn't know how. How can I eat melon without knowing how to eat the melon? You don't do anything. From the littlest thing, going to the toilet, to the greatest thing, making your hajj. خُذُوا عَنِّي مَنَاسِكَكُمْ, he said, take your hajj from me. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said this. But likewise, he taught us how to go to the bathroom. From the greatest to the lowest. Unless you love Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, you can't do them properly. And until you love what he loved, and he loved people. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam loved people. His mosque was open to everybody. Not just the Muslims. Not just the Arabs. Not just the rich. But all people. He had a place called the Safra, which is where the poor people would stay. And usually there were between 70 and 500 refugees staying there. And when Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam had food, he would give it first to them. And we know the famous story of Sayyidina Abu Huraira radiallahu anhu, who was Amir Ahl Sufa. Well, he was so hungry. He was so hungry. He didn't know what to do. So he went to Abu Bakr as-Siddiq and he says, Ya Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, tell me the meaning of this verse. Hoping that maybe Abu Bakr as-Siddiq will say, come have some food with me. He told him the meaning and went home. Khalas. Plan didn't work. So he went to Umar al-Khattab. Ya Umar al-Khattab, tell me the meaning of this verse. Umar al-Khattab told him the meaning. And he went, Abu Hurairah thinks he's going to die of hunger. Then he sees Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and he loves all people. So he goes to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and says, Ya Rasulullah, tell me the meaning of this verse. And he knows the meaning. All he wants is something to eat. So Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam explains the verse and he says, Ta'al, come to my house. And then he enters the house and he says, he calls to his family, do we have anything? Any gifts? Because we know that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam many days would go without food. He says, did we receive any food? And his wife, one of his wives was very happy. Yes, we had a glass of milk. A whole glass of milk we're going to have for our food. He says, Ya Abahir, he says, oh father of the kitten, this is a good day for us. So Abu Hurairah is very happy now. His plan worked. So what did he do? Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, call Ahl Sufa. All of them. Abu Hurairah thinks, no milk for me. So he goes and he calls all of them. And then he gives the glass of milk to Abu Hurairah. And he says, you give the milk to them all. And oh, Ya Rasulullah, he thinks, no milk for me, because the one that pours the milk is the last one to drink. So he pours and he pours and he pours to all of the Ahl Sufa, until eventually it's his turn. And Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam looks at him and he says, Abahir, Ya Abahir, Ishrab. He says, Abu Hurairah, drink. So he drinks and he drinks and he drinks and he's full. This is the barakah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And then he finishes. And then he says, Ya Abahir, Ishrab. And it's a command. So he drinks again. And he's full. And then he says a third time, Ya Abahir, Ishrab. And then he turns, Ya Rasulullah, laysa alayhi sabil. There's no way